Hello, bonjour! Here we are in my fourth lesson of my Fashion Design Level 2. Now, we are going to learn about fabrics and materials. This includes all the fibers that can compose fabrics and every way they are woven or not to eventually give all the fabrics and materials you can use in fashion design. And we are going to speak about this after this. So, we are going to speak about materials. I use the word materials because you won't use only fabrics in fashion design. If you are new to Anya Camau Fashion Academy, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, to thumb up and leave comments, as you know I always reply. Back to materials. This topic can be rather tedious, so I thought I could create a simple fabric sheet. This is it. And you can download it from my website anyacamau.academy. This download is free and my course as well, as you may already know. There in the square you will staple or glue a sample of fabric, knit, leather or whatever material you want to explore. Then you will write its name up the sheet and all pieces of information you have gathered. And most important, write down what you would like to do with this material, your inspiration when you see and feel this fabric, or what you already did with it and what issues you faced while using it, for example to sew it or to cut it. Never forget to write down information about cleaning or washing, because we are speaking of clothes that will be worn on and not hearts hanged on the wall. Today, I will do my fabric sheet with this sample. It's a silk crepe, called also crepe de chine. This is a rather light fabric, a little expensive but not overpricey. I will show you how to do this fabric sheet. I strongly advise you to create your fabric book at home, gathering all fabric sheets in a folder or a book. The purpose is to keep it on the hand and have a look inside when you are looking for inspiration or for technical information about this fabric or material or something very similar. As you already know, my academy is free. Then feel free to thumb up me, to speak about my academy with your friends, to share my content. You can also donate to help me going on with this free academy on patreon.com website. And then you become a true partner of this adventure for only a few euro per month. Now let's go to make this fabric book. You have just downloaded this fabric sheet from my website anyacamau.academy. Then print it out as many times as you wish, and you will use one sheet for one fabric or material. I'm going to show you how I fill this sheet for a sample of crepe de chine, that is a 100% silk crepe. Take your sample and cut out a square into it, then fix it on one sheet, making sure to leave the bottom free so you can touch it to feel its weight, its softness, as fashion design speaks first to our senses. Now you will write down on top the name of this material or this fabric. If you don't know about it, ask a fabric dealer or Google it. If you bought it online, go back to your order to get a maximum of information. After you make some research about this fabric, you fill in the bottom of the sheet to keep a record of its technical aspects, its components. That also gives you an idea of the price, the weight, that is how much weight a square meter weight. It's a traditional way of measuring a fabric weight. Fabric weight gives you information about the thickness and sturdiness of the fabric. It's quite obvious that a light fabric like a veil will have a low weight and that a fabric to make heavy curtains will be heavy. Then, as I said before, indication about cleaning or washing this fabric are very important because, at some point, someone will have to clean or wash it. Eventually, what uses you found out for this fabric of material. What your fabric dealer told you about. You can see that I wrote a list on the left side of my sheet, and I wrote shirts, dresses, night robes, pyjamas and large pants. Crêpe de chine fabric was largely used before for luxury underwear. Then at the bottom I wrote what I personally would do with this fabric. And this is the top information of this sheet. As this is a light fabric, sometimes a little bit transparent, I think it could make a very nice evening jumpsuit with embroideries, maybe, or a luxury shirt with large sleeves that would add a dramatic look. Another use is for the making of drapes for nice cocktail dresses. I wouldn't myself make skirts or pants out of this fabric, as I think it's not sturdy enough to last for a long time if used that way. This is how I would fill in my fabric sheet for this crêpe de chine. As I told you before, it's very important to touch the fabric or the material before you plan to do something with. Is it soft or itchy or rough? This is also called the fabric hand. Fashion designers' work is a question of sensibility, even sensuality, in which the designer uses fabrics and shapes to express his own feeling. This is what I wanted to tell you about your fabric book, how you can make it. If you have any question or if I'm not clear enough, feel free to contact me, as you know that I always reply, filling in my contact form or writing to anya.camau@gmail.com.